Welcome back. Thank you for tuning in. This segment is going to be fantastic for me, and I hope for you, because I love talking about equity. When we look at real estate, people always wonder, well, what's the home worth? What's my true equity position? And so we have what we can forecast, and we can say, here's what you could sell it for. But keep in mind that truly recognizing equity only happens when you transact on something. Either you're buying and selling, or you may be refinancing. So you're either accruing more debt, maybe you're refinancing to a lower rate and keeping the same payment, so you're building more equity at a quicker rate. But equity is what you have in your home versus what the price or the value of the home is at any given point in time. So equity's a lot of fun to talk about. I want to talk about owner-occupied properties. So this is the property that we have. So we have non-owner occupied properties. We have investment properties, we have commercial properties, there's residential investment properties, there's multifamily units, right? We have all of these different properties within the marketplace. I want to talk about the house I own and live in, right? It's an owner-occupied home. I sleep there, I own it. Now, for some of you, you might be like, Scott, stop talking about owner-occupied properties. We know what it means. I also want to make sure that if somebody's tuning in and doesn't know, that now you understand. This is where I live. If you're a renter, it's the home that you live in that you have a mortgage on or that you own free and clear. So we're talking about only owner occupied here. Here's what's fascinating. Currently in the US, there is $41 trillion of owner occupied property. Think about that for a minute. That's a T, $41 trillion of owner occupied property. Now, the fascinating part is, in contrast to that, there is only 12 trillion, I say only, 12 trillion in debt, which means there's 26 trillion in equity. Let me rewrite that. There's 26 trillion in equity. Maybe a different perspective. That means that of this 26 trillion, when we look at this equity versus the debt, you have 29.5% loan to value on the average owner-occupied property. Now, to put that into perspective, because we've done rates and we've talked about home pricing, we've talked about inflation, we've talked about a lot of stuff that's impacting the market right now. When we look at a loan to value on the average of 29.5% across the US on owner occupied properties, that's the lowest that it's been since 1983. The lowest LTV, loan to value, that we've seen on the average across the country since 1983. Now, that's 40 years. I was 4 years old. That tells you how old I am. 1983. I believe rates were right around 15 to 18% at that point on the mortgage rates. We're in a great position when it comes to equity on owner-occupied properties in this country. Now, I'm not saying that there's not opportunities, there's not some risks. There are definitely people who are leveraged in the wrong direction. There's some people who are really, really free and clear and truly free and clear. But on the average, you and I as owners, we're in a really great position. When I say we're in a really great position, according to Odette Kazee from, and I might have pronounced that wrong, chief economist for First American, really large title company in the US, the average inflation-adjusted equity in owner-occupied homes right now in the US is $320,000. That's the average. What a fascinating time that we live in. I think we live in the very best real estate economy that we've ever seen. And yet all of the media is telling you how terrible it is. How much noise is behind how terrible it is. We want to sell drama. I've said it before, when we're in drama and we're in fear, we are as far away from certainty and making a logical, strategic decision as we can possibly be. If you have this in equity, and you've got a really great loan to value, Make sure that you're strategically using it the way that you want to build for your future. Equity is the play. Keep in mind that as you move forward, as life changes, as things happen, we want to help you, but we want to help you with the right strategy and the right timing. We love selling homes. We love helping people buy homes when it's the right time, when it's right for them, when it's going to be the best thing for you. That's when we want to be a part of your team and help. If you have questions, or you just want to talk, or you want to have market updates on a regular basis, even if you're not thinking you need to make a change, let's at least have a conversation and make sure that you're moving in the direction that you truly want to be moving, and you're not paralyzed by fear or having paralysis by analysis of headlines that are just creating fear. Thanks for being here today.